From the home of the Widener Pride, this is WidenerPride.com as we continue our series of preseason interviews for the 2014 spring season. I am joined by men's outdoor and indoor and cross-country track and field coach, Vince Touey. Coach, thank you for joining us.
It's good to be here.
Coach, we look at the outdoor campaign. You are the defending champion. You're the defending champion all 3 seasons, but you've won three of the last 4 outdoor championships on top of the fact that you're the 4-time defending indoor champ. One of the athletes, you've had a lot of athletes who you rely on, but one of them, Chris Garrity, we look at him, track athlete of the year in the MAC, All-America in the 1500, on top of the fact that he's the defending cross-country champ. Talk about Chris, what he means to the squad.
Well, actually, as we move forward into the outdoor season, Chris's ability to have established himself as a national class middle distance runner has enabled the rest of the guys on the team to follow in his path. So as we go to the outdoor season, there's many guys on the team who are looking towards making the national championships themselves in the 1500 or the 800. And they know now what the formula is. Work hard, deny yourself of anything that might cause you to not be able to reach your goals, and aspire to great things. This is what Chris represents. I don't believe that Chris is satisfied with what happened last year. He got 8th place with 30 meters left in the race. He was passing a guy for 4th and then just had a very difficult time getting in. But like anything else, when you're trying to establish a culture of success, especially on the national level, having a guy like Chris be your leader is something that we can build on.
Someone else who went to nationals last year, Gavin Colley, Jr., you've been so high on him since he first stepped foot on campus, advancing the NCAA, as he said, in the 100, falling short of being an All-America by 500ths of a second.
Yeah, and there was a couple stories like that on the team last year. We had a pole vaulter, Mick Coleman, who is now a senior, missed making the national championships by 1 centimeter, and then Gavin missing All-American by 500ths of a second. Has shown us that, getting to that level, that national level, is very difficult. And it's a matter of just small bits that will enable you to succeed. And but having people that have been there, have been under that kind of pressure, and can come back to school and to relate to the team that it can be done, is something special. And that's what Gavin has brought to the team this year. He's brought back to the campus the fact that, yes, if we work hard, yes, we can compete at that level. And once you get to that level, it's not a shoo-in. You need to work very hard and to be diligent in order to be able to make an All-American or someday maybe become a national champion. So bringing that culture back to the sprint team, just like Garrity does with the distance runners, is a special thing. And I do believe that the other sprinters on the team now realize we know the path. Now it's a matter of us being dedicated to the system and the direction that path takes you.
Someone else who's been tested, who's been through that NCAA fire, Tyler Williams, going to nationals last year. He's your field athlete at the meet last year. Talk about him and what you're looking for this year.
Right. Well, the greatest thing about Tyler was that we have a person who was in the event indoors, which is the 35-pound weight, who did become an All-American, Eric Solomon. And he brought that back with him into the outdoor season. And when he came back from nationals as an All-American last year, Tyler said to himself, hey, if Eric can do this, then I might be able to do it. Let me work hard. Let me be dedicated to this. He ended up going out there ranked 9th in the nation, ended up 11th overall, but as a sophomore and a guy of his stature, because when you go, you're looking at a bunch of hammer throwers preparing for the national championship event, and they're preparing, there's 10 minutes before the start of the event, and they're all lined up. Tyler Williams is not nearly as tall as these athletes are. He doesn't weigh as much as them. He's not as big as them. But what you do see is his heart is just as big, if not bigger, than these other athletes. And it's that desire, that heart, that deep sense that I can do this if I put my mind to it, that my goals inspire me because I am hopeful. Bringing that back to the team has been something very special. Now we have the sophomore who's doing very well in the hammer throw, a guy by the name of Tom Zamorsky, and he is able to do well because he's been able to take what Tyler Williams has done and say, hey, I can do this because Tyler has walked that path for me. So between the guys who have been at nationals last year, the guys who almost went to nationals last year, those athletes who aspire to continue our winning tradition here at Widener in track and field, all contribute to the legacy that I hope will continue as these younger athletes see the older athletes achieve, and then they can hand off those strategies of success, which is self-discipline and dedication to the sport, to your academics, and to the team. That I hope that for the next few years we can continue the success.
And other guys who have been through this for 3 years, now seniors. You mentioned Eric Solomon, you mentioned Mick Coleman, Tyler Schmelhofer, Denny Wynn, Seamus McCullough, amongst others. Talk about them.
Oh, it's sad to hear that all those guys are seniors and I won't have them on the team next year.
But you still have them this spring.
Right, so that's the issue with coaching is that, you know, you have this sense like, oh, I don't think it can get much better than this. And then there's the sadness that comes when you know that this is your last shot with these athletes. And this particular group, if they win the indoor championship, which will be very difficult to do, it's coming up in another few weeks, that they will have won 4 straight championships. And if they win the outdoor championships, it would be another championship on the way of winning another 4 in a row. So, but knowing that we won't have these senior athletes anymore makes my job difficult because I don't want to lose them. The flavor and the fiber that they bring to the team is so strong. And our team has been so successful with these seniors that knowing that they won't be here, I just have to say it's a sentimental feeling that I don't look forward to having to have face in May when they do graduate.
Well, the season opens for the spring team on March 22nd in the Philadelphia College Classic, and Widener will go for another conference championship when it hosts the MAC Championships May 1st through 3rd at Quick Stadium. We thank men's track and field coach Vince Touey for joining us, and we thank you for your support of Widener University Athletics.